In the intricate realm of international trade, tariffs have long been wielded as instruments of economic policy. Under President Donald Trump, these tools have taken on heightened prominence and sparked global debate. Why does Trump choose to impose tariffs on certain nations while sparing others? Is there a discernible strategy, or are these decisions influenced by unpredictable factors? To decipher this enigma, we must first grasp the traditional purposes of tariffs: protecting domestic industries from foreign competition, retaliating against unfair trade practices, and generating government revenue. However, Trump's application of tariffs often extends beyond these conventional aims, serving as leverage in broader geopolitical negotiations. A striking example is the recent imposition of a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, which took effect on March 4, 2025. This move was ostensibly aimed at curbing the flow of illegal drugs, particularly fentanyl, into the United States. Trump asserted that the measures taken by these neighboring countries were insufficient, necessitating more stringent actions from Washington. This decision sent shockwaves through financial markets, with investors fearing the repercussions on global trade dynamics. But why target Canada and Mexico specifically? Their geographical proximity and extensive trade relationships with the U.S. make them pivotal players. By imposing tariffs, Trump aims to pressure these nations into stricter enforcement against drug trafficking, leveraging economic measures to achieve policy goals. China, another major player in global trade, has also found itself in Trump's crosshairs. In February 2025, the administration implemented a 20% tariff on all Chinese goods. This action was part of an ongoing strategy to address long-standing issues such as intellectual property theft and trade imbalances. Despite previous negotiations and temporary truces, persistent challenges in India too has recently come under scrutiny. On March 5, 2025, Trump announced plans to impose reciprocal tariffs starting April 2, specifically highlighting India's high auto tariffs, which he claimed exceeded 100%. However, it's noteworthy that India's highest auto tariff currently stands at 70%, following a reduction from 125% earlier this year. This discrepancy has raised questions about the accuracy of Trump's assertions and the potential impact on Interestingly, not all countries face the same tariff policies. The European Union, for instance, has engaged in proactive negotiations with the Trump administration to avert potential tariff escalations. These diplomatic efforts highlight a strategic approach. Nations that constructively address Critics argue that Trump's tariff policies are erratic and lack a coherent framework, leading to uncertainty in international markets. The use of tariffs as a bargaining chip can strain diplomatic relations and disrupt global supply chains, affecting not just the targeted countries but also American consumers and businesses. The economic implications are significant. Analysts predict that these tariffs could exert downward pressure on economic growth while simultaneously fueling inflation. Prior to the latest round of tariffs, forecasts estimated a 2.2% growth for the U.S. economy in 2025, down from 2.9% in previous years. The added strain of trade tensions could further dampen these projections. In conclusion, Trump's selective application of tariffs appears to be a multifaceted strategy aimed at advancing specific policy objectives, from combating illegal drug flows to rectifying trade imbalances. While some countries face steep tariffs as a form of pressure, others engage in negotiations to mitigate such measures. The effectiveness and long-term consequences of this approach remain subjects of intense debate, as the global community grapples with the ripple effects of these economic policies.